Hello guys, this is Stormrunner Gaming, and today I'm back in Scrap Mechanic for another 1-minute showcase. But today is going to be more of a special episode. It's going to be a mega episode on piston engine cars. And the first 3 cars I'm going to be showing off were my own builds, but the 4th one's going to be one from the workshop that I thought was pretty cool. But I'm going to jump right into my first build here. And this is actually the first car I built with a piston engine to it. And basically all I've done is stripped out the engine and removed all the stuff from the trunk and replaced it with a 2-piston engine, and then all the logic and sensors I'd needed in the back. But other than that, other than the aesthetics I'd put into it, I did suspension on it just to give it hopefully a better ride. It's kind of jittery still. I never went back and just fixed that out, but other than that, it'll get you where you go. It'll get you where you're going, but not that fast. But gonna go to our next one now. And we are back with the next build. It's another one of my builds. It's my Suburban, but basically I'd also ripped out the front of the vehicle, like all the engine mechanics of it, and put a piston engine there. And actually it's got a V8 in it that goes directly to the rear axle with suspension on it, of course. So if you guys watched my towing video, the piston engine versus electric engine, I was using this one to tow the trailer, but I kind of just wanted to show it off in this video to show you guys what the that's what the piston engine actually looks like. It's a mighty V8, and I'd also put the sensors in the front of this vehicle so I wouldn't have to have the straight axle going down, because if you look at it, the axle actually comes down at an angle back to the rear axle. So let's just start this thing up here. It's also a smooth engine, this one, much better than the first engine I'd created, but this one was about a month after I created the other one. But it's decent at towing, but yet again it's kind of slow. But other than that, the only downside to this right now is it doesn't have a reverse gear, and I've never been able to fit one in to the car with the limited space inside of it. But all in all, it's not a bad build. You guys can grab this and I think all the other builds I've got on the workshop if you want. But I'm going to jump into the last build I've got here. And for the third piston engine build, I have my 4-wheel drive piston engine car. That's just basically skin and bones. It's just the mechanics of the car. And basically, actually the engine in the middle isn't mine. I actually just got one off of the workshop that had forward and reverse, because I hadn't made one yet that has forward and reverse. I do have one now, but I've yet to put it in this car. But I mean, this thing has a lot of mechanics to it that I haven't really showed off. I mean, you can raise it up. You've got like the wide turning type of thing. Of course, it's got the 4-wheel drive into it, and then you can put the clutch into it. You get going here, and with the extra height, it gives you a lot of good maneuverability off-road, because I mean, what else would you be doing with 4-wheel drive other than doing it off-road? And I realized when you have it like slammed to the ground, you just can't do much off-roading because the middle will hit like all the rocks and everything. So raising it up kind of makes it look cool too. I mean, it's almost like a monster truck type of thing. But I want to do some upgrades to it. I might put out a video later on to show the upgrades I've done to it, but I'm going to hop into the last build I've got now. Let's go over to that. For the final build of the piston engine mega episode, we have this differential buggy, which came out like 2 weeks after the piston engine had became a thing. And I just find it crazy how compact they made everything in here, shoving like all the logic in here, and like the forward reverse gears, and the rear differential for the car is just crazy. I mean, I've looked at it a couple of times and it's just insane how they've done it. But it runs off of WASD, which is really good, and it runs very smooth. So I thought it was one of the best designs I've seen for piston engines so far. But one of the other things I wanted to bring up, if I can jump out of this car real fast and get it off a lift, is my Subaru. I actually did find a different mod pack for it, and I switched out the wheels for it, so it looks a lot better with these sized wheels. So if you guys want to, I'll put this up on the workshop for you guys instead of the other one. But anyways, if you guys like this episode, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.